he was 89. Taylor was the first wide receiver in the AFL or NFL to have 100 catches in a season. He also was the first black coordinator in NFL history. Taylor was the Rams offensive coordinator in 1980 and 1981. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we aim to foster enlightening, sustainable, restorative dialogue, and we welcome unapologetically progressive viewpoints that empower fellow citizens. We are now accepting submissions for KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorials like this one.
With the KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorial, I'm Martin Gordon, chair of the Pasadena Community Coalition. Recently, I listened to a Tavis Smiley show conversation with James Farr. James said something that caught me off guard. Black Altadena is gone. My community is being murdered. I said murdered.
All you have to do is go to our website homepage at KBLA1580.com and click on the icon that says KBLA Guest Editorials to learn more about our editorial standards and content submission guidelines. As long as the topic aligns with our mission, we are happy to review your submission and consider it for broadcast. We can't make any promises, but we want to amplify progressive perspectives that are community-focused and solution-oriented. So, go to KBLA1580.com right now to download all the information you need about our guest editorials. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Cash, cold, that's what I need.
Callaway brothers are here, y'all. I promise you they'd be here. Let that ride, Miles. Let it ride. Let it ride. I tell you they were coming in. I have the honor of looking in the faces, the handsome visages of Reggie and Vincent Calloway. They're in studio. I was saying earlier in today's show, first of all, you guys just got here. We've been playing your music all 3 hours today.
Man.
And, of course, 3 hours doesn't do justice to your catalog, but I'm pulling out hits here and there, right? We're going to play a lot of them in this hour and let y'all tell us the backstory to these hits.
Okay.
All right. So I'm excited to have you here. But I played this track earlier in the show, and I told the story that the last time I saw y'all, I was seated next to my friend Ray Parker Jr.
Uh-huh.
And every time y'all would say, I want to be rich, he'd say,
That's Ray.
Yeah, that's Ray, man. He leaned in. And I
was fall out of my chair.
Yeah, man. I was dying laughing. I said, yeah, I hear you, Ray. I want to be richer too. I said, Ray, you ain't doing bad though.
Oh, Ray.
And the Callaway brothers ain't doing bad.
We're trying to get with Ray.
No, man, Ray trying to keep up with y'all, man. The hits. Tell me about this track, Reggie.
Oh man, this one's got some serious some history to it. You know, for those who don't know, we founders of Midnight Star, coming up that whole road, and you know all the talent shows from 15 years old to finally getting signed and then trying to get a hit. Once we got signed in '79, it's like we got to get a hit.
Yeah.
Of which didn't happen until '83 for Midnight Star and us. But by the time we got to No Parking on the Dance Floor album, we said every song's got to be a hit on this album.
Yeah.
We do not have any more breaks. It's the fourth album. You know, so we started lining up. You know, and once we hit Freakazoid, which we'll talk about later.
Sure.
The force of the album was set at that point.
Yeah.
So I Want to Be Rich was a tune that was not really even taken seriously. I walked in and Melvin was in the mirror just singing, I want to be rich. I said, wait a minute. Vincent, Melvin, Belinda, let's go down the base. We're going to write this. We're going to write this song right now. And we got to working on it. But it didn't fit where we were going because there was Freakazoid, there was electricity, there was no parking on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So we can not want to be rich, and then Vincent and I, by the time we got signed by Dick Griffey as a duo. Yeah. You know, we started going through the
Dick
song.
Griffey at Solar.
Yeah. So after we had done a bunch of his, Dick said, "What, y'all want to do a Callaway album?" We thought, "What took you so long?" But anyway, we finished the song and then saw the real message of it. Yeah. Some of the greatest musicians in the world playing on it.
Chucky Booker, with Chucky Booker.
Oh, love Chucky Booker, yeah, man.
Jeff Lorber.
Yeah.
Polino, percussionist. I mean, we just
Tim Bali, great background singers. Keith John from Stevie Wonder.
Spencer.
Given the lyric, given the message in this track, I'm not surprised that it became a hit because there are some songs where the messaging is so universal, it just connects. Ain't nobody that doesn't want to be rich, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's universal. Were you at all surprised, Vincent, that it became the hit that it became? Because if I'd been in the studio when y'all were writing this, I wouldn't have been surprised it'd be a hit.
Wasn't too surprised, but sometimes you just never know the magnitude of a song, But one lesson from my mom was she always said, you have to get the people's attention. It's like hitting the mule between the eyes with a 2x4.
Oh yeah.
And that was one of those songs that just got everybody's attention. So it was at the peak of the pyramid, businesses. So everybody was using the song.
I ain't trying to count y'all's money, although I'd love to. But I can only imagine the licensing, aside from the hit itself. The licensing on this must be crazy, Reggie.
Oh, it's really beautiful. Susie Orman did a great job with actually use it as her theme song.
Sure.
And there's different things
I
like
love
that.
Susie.
The lotteries. The thing about the lotteries is each state is individual.
And they all use it.
And they all want an exclusive, right? So it's like, how can we give you an exclusive? There's 50 states. Between that, and Vegas. It's just a lot of fun. But as you mentioned, when you hear, a great idea, a concept, or a great hook, then the next magic is to tell the story.
Yeah.
To tell it in a way that you say that communicates, that reaches a wide audience without being too direct, too offensive, or whatnot. Yeah. And keeping it, depending on what the song is. I mean, if it's about crying, then you got to be making a good crying song. Right? But if it's about being happy, then you say, like, the Bill to Collectors, They Ring My Phone. That was real for us because, it was like, family members helping us out. We were at my mother's house, the whole band. It was like, we gotta get a hit. So
that song is autobiographical then.
The
Bill Collectors Ring My Phone.
Yes, he
the pork and beans and ground beef.
All them bigs. If you never had your car towed away, that's a cold-blooded good. So when y'all saw that in the video, that was a reenactment.
That was a reenactment.
It's been there.
He said that was a reenactment of something that had really happened. It's going to be a great hour with the Callaway brothers. Reggie and Vincent are in studio, and I'm just going to I tell you how this is going to work. Every hour of this show is different, of course, and every musician or artist that comes in, we do something different. But I'm just going to run through the hits this hour. Woo. And we're going to play a little taste of all of them and let the Callaway brothers give us the backstory for how these songs became the hits on the soundtrack of our lives. You're listening to Reggie and Vincent Calloway. I'm glad about it on Tavis Smiley.
We've been waiting for this one, Tavis.
Glad to have you.
From Lamert Park with love, this is Tavis Smiley.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Let's go! You're still glowing,
flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Make a move into a home of your own. With City National Bank's Ladder Up Home Loan Grant, you could receive up to $20,000 that you never need to pay back. Use it toward your down payment, save on closing costs, or to buy down your mortgage rate. Find out more at cnb.com/ladderuphome. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Property must be in a qualifying market in California, New York, or New Jersey. Additional terms and conditions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. Terms are subject to change without notice. City National Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. NMLS number 536994.
If you're an adult in need of accredited high school diploma, the Los Angeles Public Library can help. You can earn one for free in as few as 5 months online with 24/7 access. You also get a personal academic coach plus special training focused on 9 in-demand industries, as well as a resume and cover letter to advance your career. Visit the website at lapl.org/diploma. That's lapl.org/diploma.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
Freedom is an endless meeting, so let's get back to it with Tavis Smiley.
I'll be a freakazoid, come on and wind me up. I'll be a freakazoid, come on and wind me up.
All right, Reggie mentioned it earlier. So many hits, so little time. But you mentioned Freakazoid earlier. Let It Ride, Miles. Tell me the backstory to Freakazoid, Reggie, Vincent, somebody.
I'll start off. I'll let him round it up.
Yeah.
And then we'll kick it back in the middle. But I tell you, we lived in Cincinnati, Ohio, the whole band. And I would come to L.A. to, do some of the other mixes that we were working on, as well as try to find songs. So you go by publishing houses and say, what you got for us? We're a young group. We haven't got any hits. So you don't necessarily get the best songs.
Yeah.
So I headed back to Cincinnati and, knowing that, okay, we got to write our own stuff. This is what's happening. This is what's going down. And coincidentally, some of my fraternity brothers, some of my mega fraternity brothers had come by the house. And I wasn't there at the time. And they said, was Reggie here? He says this conversation on the campuses, everybody's using this word freakazoid on the college campuses. when James told me that I wrote Progress, I said, another aha moment. Yeah. That's a hit right there. Yeah. All we got to do is don't mess it up. Yeah. So immediately, I grabbed Vincent again and Bill Simmons and go out to the garage and start cranking out the beat, and laying the basic foundation for the groove. And then with that concept in mind, now it's like, okay, what's the hook? I know what the word is, but how do you sing it?
Right.
How do you make your ear say,
Yeah.
Like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
And so I love doing that. The development part of the lyrics and the melodies is always an incredible thing. But in that jam session, we really discovered the vocoder.
Yeah.
Kick in there, Vince.
Oh, yeah. Well, during the demo, first of all, we were the horn section.
Uh-huh.
So the horn section went into locked ourselves out back in our little garage / studio and just started jamming. And I think I just had like a little cheap guitar effects pedal that I used to try to fake a vocoder sound. I'm still looking for that original tape.
Now he's the vocoder master.
And, you know,
Zoid.
yeah, but once we got the vocoder, I just went to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And talking about hitting the mule between the eyes with the 2x4, that's what really set it off.
Yeah. How did you mentioned this earlier, Reggie, how did you, so your fraternity brothers suggested that you should do something with this word Freakazoid.
Yes.
But how did you, to the extent you can explain it, how did you go about using that in a sentence, as we say? Use that word in a sentence. How did you figure how to use it in a sentence?
Well,
in a lyric, in this case.
Yeah, that's a gift that I have.
Right.
That I have to respect the Heavenly Father for. I tell people I can hear a door close and write a song about it.
Wow.
So that part is, it's a matter of eliminating the ones that aren't maybe as catchy or whatnot. But the hook master is when you go through all those things, and it's like if the hook don't get you, the verse will.
Yeah, one of them will. Yeah.
But actually, we researched. I mean, I went to a few dance clubs and studied what they were doing. What made the body react to certain kind of beats and what was currently going on.
Yeah.
It was a scientific. It wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
It was very intentional.
You researched that one.
Yeah. And so even the lyrics were written, in places where dance clubs. So you actually visualizing it as you're doing it. But as I said, trying to make it so unique. It started a whole new era of music with techno funk, whereas we took what was going on kind of like in New York, but then we added verse and melody to it.
Yeah.
So where they might have a beat with chants, or might even be a rap at that early time.
Y'all added verse and melody.
Yeah. So it made it memorable and sing-alongable, which makes it everlasting.
Yeah. All right, Miles. Let's go to operator. Give me some operator, and we'll get the Callaway brothers to tell us about this. As a matter of fact, while he's queuing it up, tell me about operator.
Oh man! So, that was on the album after No Parking on the Dance Floor, Planetary Invasion. So by that time we knew who we were. We didn't have to once you get that first hit, you kind of like you know what your voice is, whether it's the band's voice or individuals. So operator in the vein of Electricity, which really Electricity was never a single, which we'll get to that one probably too. But so operator being a single, went to #1 and became our first actual #1 record. But what a lot of fun. The video was the really fun part when Vincent's holding that big telephone. That goes back to the vocoder thing. Tell them a little bit about how the vocoder came about from there.
Well, the vocoder was just a continuation of the funky stuff that we did. The funny part is the operator.
Yeah.
I used to, with the old phones, you can screw off the top, and I would rig up these things where you can actually record, kind of probably like tapping the phone. But Bo and I was, messing around, and I hooked up the phone and had it hooked up to a tape recorder. So he we called, and the operator said, may I help you? and we were probably a little shocked that it was happening, and both I'm just trying to reach my baby, and she's like, can you speak up a little louder?
And then all that was dumped into the record.
So that's
recorded.
Turn it up, Miles. Turn it up.
You done got me warming. I'm about to put all this.
Make yourself comfortable. So, Reggie, when you said that this becomes the #1 hit, by this time you guys knew who you were, and now you got #1 hit. How does that fundamentally change things when you go to #1?
Oh man, you can. That's something nobody can never take away from you. You know, right?
Yeah.
It just grows with you. But when you become number one in the people's hearts, before the charts, that's a serious feeling right there. And then when it's number one on the charts, confirms it, verifies it. Yeah. But like, we did one club in Cincinnati called Bogart's, and that's right when everything started popping. You know, like people start saying, "Oh, who is it? They're right here in Cincinnati, but who are these guys?" And by the time we finished our work, the people had crowded around the whole block of the building, waiting to see us. And we just finished soundtrack. Like, are they coming to see us? That's number one.
That's number one. You got number one hit. They coming to see you, man. Yeah. He mentioned electricity. Can I get some of that, Miles Lowe? Some electricity. There's a story behind this. Let's hear some sound first, and then we'll let Reggie and Vincent tell the story behind this one. All right, Reggie, what's the story on this one, man?
Like I said, by that time, after Freakazoid, we were right in that groove, right? And if you notice these bass lines, Bo Watson plays a mean bass line on so many of these great songs. This is no sequences, no MIDI, everything is live, but it's still techno. And the synthesizers had come into full effect where they were affordable for groups like us. So we could create all these wonderful sounds. But Bill Simmons came to me with the track for this, and said, Reggie, can you write a hook and some lyrics to this? And I'm like, man, that is right down my lane for that one. So once again, just telling a fun story with a catchy hook, and you when you're going along, you're in this club, you're in this dance scene, you're in this feeling, so you're just feeling good. And it was a very long song. One really cool thing about it was always experimenting with different sound effects. On this album, we didn't have a lot of outboard equipment. That means special effects and reverbs and all that kind of stuff. We had what we had. We had about 3 in the mix, and it was all mixed live with no technology.
Automation.
Yeah, no automation. Just three guys on the board, 6 hands on the board. Mute that, bring that in. But we had this one instrument, this one really cool delay system. So when you hear that, so that was when I was experimenting with that reverb, and then it was hitting on, and that just took it into a whole space thing. So when you're on the dance floor, you don't know where you are. You just know you might be in Zoid land somewhere.
I hope y'all just heard that. I just performed with the Callaway brothers. let's do it again, Reggie. Oh yeah. Hey, I got it.
He's hired.
Hey, we're gonna use that for the remix.
There you go. The next time Callaway brothers perform, I'm gonna join them, y'all. I'm gonna join them on stage. I'm seeing all kind of messages right now. People are loving this. The Callaway brothers music, Tavis, is the soundtrack of my adolescence. Skating rinks, school dances, backyard barbecues, so many fond memories. Y'all really are the soundtrack of people's lives. Speaking of soundtracks, Miles, give it to me. No parking on the dance floor.
Thank you.
for those of us who were in college around this time, there were certain songs that DJ would play, and everybody, and I mean everybody, would run to the dance floor. This is one of them, Reggie.
Oh, man. Oh. I had a chance to experience that. We just some Midwest folks, and we were coming to Los Angeles when that time.
Yeah.
When we were out here at a club, and they put that thing on, to see some LA folks get down off of that. But this is, it's just, what a fun tune. I think you're listening to my very first remix.
Yeah.
As I was producing, so it was like different versions of these songs that you get into. But
how did it feel for you to be from the Midwest? 'Cause I'm from the Midwest. I'm at Indiana, in Indiana at Indiana University when these hits are coming out from you guys. So you're from Cincinnati, you're living in Cincinnati. You come to LA, you go to a club, and you hear them play your song, and you see all these LA people in the land of Soul Train run to the dance floor. How'd that make y'all feel?
Man. but let me tell you about this, though. If you see the video, No Parking, we're in L.A.
Yeah.
They bring us to L.A. to shoot the video. We block off a whole city block street.
Yeah.
We get all these Soul Train dances and all these dances and Prince imitator and impersonator.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. And you see
the low riders.
You're seeing people from Soul Train that you at home watch them dance.
Oh yeah,
and then they're in your video.
You're
like, oh man, and everybody's just taking on to it. It was once again creating a whole new sound that was people wanted to duplicate it. The Barcades wanted to duplicate it. Even to see Roger and Zapp, begin to chase us as we chase them coming up to see people do a full turn. It's like, oh, this is what's going on now.
Yeah, so the Callaway brothers are in studio. Miles, give me a little bit of that Sir Lancelot going to this next segment, and when we come forward, we're gonna let them talk about Sir Lancelot. And I've started this half hour just sort of giving you a sense. I want y'all to appreciate the giftedness of the Callaway brothers. This is the stuff they've written for themselves and for Midnight Star. I ain't even got to the hits they've written for everybody else. That's on the backside.
Hope you're watching your clock.
I'm watching my clock. Man. Exactly. I love that. Watch the clock, Tavis. Watch the clock. You ain't got enough time to play all the hits we've written for others.
Oh, that's cool.
But I ain't got to Gladys Knight. I ain't got to Levert. I ain't got to Teddy Pendergrass. I ain't got to Natalie Cole. I ain't got to The Deal. We're going to all of it when we come forward on Tavis Smiley.
Helping to stretch your moral and political imagination. This is Tavis Smiley.
I'm Alexandria Ikamoni with BIN News Now. National Guard troops are now on round-the-clock patrols of the nation's capital. President Trump said Washington, D.C. will be cleaned up.
We're going to make Washington beautiful. We're going to redo roads. We're going to redo the medians, the pavers, and the medians all throughout the city. We're going to take all the graffiti off. We're going to have to remove the tents.
The White House claims that more than 100 arrests have been made since President Trump announced the federal takeover of the police department and the deployment of the National Guard. That includes one arrest for homicide. Schools in Montgomery County, Kentucky are the first in the nation to use an AI system that detects weapons. It implemented the TruePort AI system to detect possible security threats before they happen. Kanye West is once again selling footwear products on his Yeezy website. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Attention 405 drivers. From 10 p.m. Friday, August 22nd to 5 a.m. Monday, August 25th, the 405 will be down to 3 lanes in both directions through Sepulveda Pass. Expect delays. Plan ahead, take alternate routes, or use public transit. Follow at Caltrans District 7 for updates.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers are glad they don't have to play the Angels anymore this season. The Angels beat them again Wednesday night, a dramatic 6-5 win that knocked them out of first place in the National League West Division. The Dodgers have been in first place since April 27. Angels catcher Logan O'Hoppe delivered a 2-run, 2-out, bases-loaded single in the bottom of the 8th inning to put the Angels up by 1. The Dodgers lost all 6 games to the Angels this season. That alarm you're hearing is coming from the Dodgers dugout and the front office. Condolences to family and friends of former Denver Broncos wide receiver Lionel Taylor. Taylor passed away Wednesday. He was 89. Taylor was the first wide receiver in the AFL or NFL to have 100 catches in a season. He also was the first black coordinator in NFL history. Taylor was the Rams offensive coordinator in 1980 and 1981. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hi, I'm Jesse Jackson Jr., inviting you to join me weekdays at 12 noon right after Tavis Smiley here on KBLA Talk 1580. As a law school graduate and a theologian with a firm grasp of our body politic given almost 2 decades in Congress, my show is the fresh new home of an authentic, uncompromised quest for transformation and salvation, both personal and collectively, as I vigorously interrogate the theological and symbolic meanings embedded in our society. I promise to leverage my knowledge of history, theology, and both international and domestic issues to imagine an inclusive vision for the future, which I hope will inspire all of us to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness as a given, not just an aspiration. So join me weekdays at 12 noon right after Tavis Smiley for 2 hours of the Jesse Jackson Jr. Show only on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Paid for by government.com. Did you know the United States Mint has issued a new Morgan silver dollar coin in proof condition for the first time? Not only that, they are also minted in 99.9% pure silver for the first time ever in history. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of Morgans. But you must hurry. Only 400,000 of these legal tender silver dollars were issued. These first ever Morgan silver dollars are brand new with stunning mirror-like finish, minted by the iconic San Francisco Mint. Call now and you're guaranteed a new first ever 99.9% pure silver proof Morgan dollar. To learn more, call 1-800-973-9717. If you order now, you will receive a free coin collector bonus pack, a $25 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-973-9717 now to secure your new Morgan silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-973-9717.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
Sometimes he fails at fitting in, but we're okay with that. You're inside the Tavis Smiley Show.
She knows just how she wanna touch. Right in the meadow, I'll read your poetry. Girl, pick your flowers. Know how you wanna be treated. Come on, so Lancelot. It's too hot to try.
The Callaway brothers are live in studio with me right now. Reggie and Vincent, as I said already, so many hits, so little time. I haven't gotten to the stuff they've written for everybody else. We going there. This is just their stuff. Tell me about Sir Lancelot, Reggie.
Thanks, Chucky Booker, for some of them funky keyboards, and Derek Nakamoto for those incredible string arrangements on this one. And the beat, man, we was we were coming up off of Casanova, so that vein was coming around. Everybody would say, "Man, write me another Casanova, write me a Casanova." We had to write a Sir Lancelot for Callaway. Take that, and we got a new one coming that's gonna really blow your mind. It's out of that same century. But yeah, that was just doing a mysterious groove.
Yeah,
we like to make people travel. You can just almost see the horseback riding like in the video, and the whole thing that we're trying to portray, and the choreography. Really just stretch it out. Like, go ahead, Vincent, jump in there.
Oh yeah. Well, I think making the video was really fun.
The fun part,
being able to take that whole fantasy and put it together. So they brought out, first they had us taking the riding horse lessons, and
we training for the video motorcycles. I had a hawk. Was it a hawk or a
falcon? Yeah, a red-tailed hawk.
Up on the mountain, I'm like, don't take me down.
So y'all are actually in training to shoot a video.
Oh, yeah, we were rubbing a lion. That was the first time I was.
It was a tiger.
Sat next to a tiger.
Yeah,
them things are so big and powerful. He's like, rub it.
So I had a chance.
I want to sing. I don't want to do the videos with tigers and lions and bears.
But I did have a chance to pet the tiger.
Yeah.
Yes,
and man,
life experience.
But we're shooting the video, all the ladies around, all the dancing and going on, and we're in the round table, the Knights of the Round Table, and Vincent catches the curtain on fire with one of the real live candles.
So that was me.
Yeah, that was you. Yeah. There are always backstories to these songs.
Check this out. This was the Excalibur. They hadn't even finished building the Excalibur.
I remember Excalibur.
It was just getting ready to open up.
And Vincent almost burned it down.
Yeah, that would have been. We don't want to be famous for that.
I am pushing my way toward Casanova since he just mentioned it. Hold tight for that. But I didn't realize this. Again, I always learn stuff in the breaks when I'm talking to my guests. I mentioned IU and how when I was there, when No Parking on the Dance Floor came on, or any, for that matter, any of the Callaway brothers hits, their stuff come on, everybody rushes to the dance floor. That's at Indiana University. I did not know there is a connection to Indiana University with the Callaway brothers. So Reggie, first, there's the audition story. And then there's the archive story. Tell me both right quick.
I get to it, yeah. So, I'm on the road with my high school band. We're out in Las Vegas. We've toured from Cincinnati all the way to Vegas. And it was rough because this band that we battled with in Vegas they were playing original songs. They were doing the whole thing. I said, I got to go to college. I got to learn something about music because Sly Stone had just put out In Time. I'm like, In Time, about time. I said, by the time I go learn something, if I'm going to do this, let me do it for real.
By the time I go to school, yeah.
Yeah, so I went to, I made my short list, Indiana University, Ohio State, Kentucky State.
Yeah.
So I go to Indiana to audition, or I go back to my trumpet teacher and he tries to get me ready for the audition. And I get there, and of course I'm nervous as heck anyway. But long story short, they said, well, we won't be using you this time.
Yeah. That was a blessing, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a blessing because that led me to Kentucky State. Kentucky State said, we're gonna give you scholarships. You're gonna be in the marching band, the jazz ensemble. You get and that's where we formed Midnight Star. So
there's no Midnight Star if you go to IU.
Yeah.
Now I would have loved for you. I would love for you and I to have been classmates or something at IU.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you got to Kentucky State though.
Oh, appreciate it. And there was two. We had two from Indiana University. No, two from Indiana. I'm trying to say.
Right.
Indianapolis, in fact, Bill Simmons and Jeffrey Cooper.
Sure.
Two from Louisville, Kentucky. Two from Flint, Michigan. Two from Ohio through Kentucky. So we was this Noah's Ark type of band.
So that's the audition story. Then there's the archive story.
Oh man! So to be turned down at the audition, but yet have Indiana University back archives to hold the Callaway archives, Gloria Larson archives, our mother, who was also manager of Midnight Star, manager of The Deal, LA Babyface, that whole thing, and other, producing talent shows and bringing kids up through the Cincinnati thing. So a lot of those archives are there. 90% of them are there. Dr. Mosby became a good friend of our mother.
She was a professor when I was at Indiana University.
She passed the torch to Dr. Cooper, who took up the torch of really collecting all those items.
Wow.
Because Dr. Mosby put our things into the Nashville Black Music Museum.
Yeah.
So we have stuff there, and then we have the archives, which are incredible because everything's like, you have microfilm in the old days, but everything's digitized. So you can go find out You can see our set list. You can see our fine list. You can find 50 Cent if you show up late. All that's in the archives at Indiana University.
I had no idea there was an IU connection. He auditioned there and got turned down, and we were all the better for it.
And they're working on the documentary as well.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. And then the archives at Indiana. Who knew? All right, Miles, it's time for some Casanova, sir.
Uh-oh.
My time is getting tight. Say a quick word to me, Reggie, about Casanova.
Quick word?
Yeah.
Man, we get this call from Sylvia Rome. He's like, I got these young boys. I need a hit for them, Reggie. What you got? So, I had recently come back from this palm reader who says, Reggie, you have this song that you had never put out that's not finished yet. I think you need to revisit it and find out which one it is because you're about to do something incredible.
Yeah.
I went down to listen to Casanova, popped off the page and started glowing. It was like, so now it was like, I got my title. Once again, we back to the title again.
Back to the title again.
How do I put this together?
Yeah.
I was dreaming and I had a tape recorder by my bed and the beat came to my head while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Which ironically, then when I heard J. King's song,
shout out to J. King right quick, because I would not know the Callaway brothers were not for my friend J. King.
Yes, that's right.
Jay made this introduction. I love you, Jay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was riding down the highway and I heard Jay's song with Club Nouveau, the Bill Withers song.
Yeah.
Lean on me.
Lean on me.
That also beat us out of the Grammy, so we ain't happy about that. But
now we hate you, Jay. Now we hate you.
We would never been there if it wasn't for hearing the Sonics. I'm like, we want this thing to be open, big, simple. You know, we're gonna use one tape machine, just 24 tracks, no 48 tracks, no 72 tracks, just 24. If we can't do it in 24 tracks, we ain't doing it. And I mean, we stuck to that thing, boy. And when we did the remix, we began to add a few more things. But that kind of openness, that kind of cleanness, people say it's the first hit New Jack Swing song.
Yeah.
So we get the pleasure of kicking off techno funk and New Jack Swing.
But the voice of Gerald Levert.
Turn it up, Miles. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. When we come forward, that's Gerald Levert, of course. When we come forward, I got some Teddy Bear for you. I got some Gladys for you. I got some Natalie for you. I got some LA and Babyface for you. The Callaway brothers got hits and more hits. You listen to Tavis Smiley.
Baby, baby, baby. And when I told you, girl, I'm an average guy, you seem to know just how I really feel. 'Cause I can't let you go. I need you, I want you to stay right here with me. But baby, I never knew love until you came along. Oh, Casanova, I tell me what to say. Casanova.
From California to the Carolinas, everybody's listening to Tavis. More when we come forward.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
He's a paradigm pioneer and the top-rated African-American talk show host in the nation, according to Talkers Magazine. You're tapped in with Tavis Smiley right now.
Joy to be near you. Won't you hear with me? It's a joy to be near you. I want you here.
Reggie and Vincent, y'all got Teddy Bear singing your stuff, man. Theodore Pendergrass.
You mean when they put out the top 75 R&B singers, and we had like 3 of them in our lifetime?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is crazy. But your Joy, we were on the same management team as Teddy and Luther at the Live Enterprises with Shep Gordon and Daniel Marcus. And Daniel said, we need a killer hit for Teddy. We can ready to, launch him back out there in this whole new vibe. And at the time, we knew that he was confined to the wheelchair, but it was like, okay, what kind of song? He's not to come here, close the door. It's a different kind of vibe.
Sure.
What do we write about? And once again, I'm a concept guy. When I said Joy, let me find the right track. And Joel Davis helped compose that. One of our guys out of Cincinnati, and just. A lyric that was just so smooth and sweet that he's seducing you from another angle. Because a great singer should have the soft sound and the loud sound. So a lot of guys get, younger guys, they get stuck. Why are you screaming all the time? It's like I had to learn my daggone stuff. It's like, no, bring him in.
Bring him in.
Yeah, talk to him.
What Teddy brought him in, and Dr. West brought us in the second hour of today's program because he started with Joy, and that Negro, as only Cornel West can do, just talked about how black people have joy in the midst of sorrow, in the midst of crisis, the midst of catastrophe. Teddy Bear is in a wheelchair, can't even walk, and he's singing about joy, courtesy of the Callaway brothers.
Yeah, you gotta let happiness be. Understand that's just a soft drink.
Yeah.
Say joy is the full meal and the dessert and everything else.
There you go. Okay, so when I saw you guys last, and I got just reminded of all the hits y'all had written. This is the one that threw me for a loop. I had forgotten that y'all did this for Gladys Knight.
Ooh. They tell me, Gladys, you know you love too hard. But I tell them not nearly hard enough. They say, girlfriend, you know you go too far. Around the world ain't far enough. 'Cause I only want to show you what you made to me. Every time I'm reaching out to you, I start to sing. I may be drowning with desire from your sweet, sweet touch. I don't care what people say, 'cause I love you so much. Love overboard, love overboard. My love's in need of help. Love overboard, love overboard. I sure can't help myself. Love overboard, love overboard. I don't know what to do. Love overboard, love overboard. I'm so in love with
I got 30 quick seconds here while it rides. Reggie, say something about Gladys in 30 seconds.
Oh man, got the call, said we got the whole album finished, but we need a hit. What the Callaway brothers got? So it was for Gladys Knight and the Pips. So did a little research on Gladys. I said, okay, that's. We all have had love troubles in our lives. If we're fortunate enough to have had that, and when Love Overboard came to the mind, it was like, okay, it's about that beat. But one of the great stories is, I sent the demo in just humming the melodies, had no words on it except for the hook.
Yeah.
And the A&R person was so astute that he could actually hear it, and he's gonna come to mind in a minute. But I said, does she like it? He said it to her, and he said she likes it. Let's do it. I said, would you have Gladys call me, because I just don't, I don't want to be there if she don't really like the song. Gladys called me about 2 a.m. Hey baby, it's Gladys. I said you like it? She says, I like it. Let's do it. Finished the track, flew to Denver, Colorado. They had finished their whole concert. It's 1 o'clock in the morning after she sung a whole show.
Yeah.
First time her seeing the lyrics, I handed her the lyrics. She goes, Well, first of all, I say, Gladys, I'm not finished with the second verse yet. Gladys says, baby, take your time. I'm like, what? How can somebody be that nice?
Gladys bought into the track without the track even being done.
She hummed it down because she knew the melody, right? So she was putting the, she said, I'm ready.
I remember the moments with the Callaway brothers when we come forward on Tavis, Smiley.
First take, Grammy Award winning for Best Duo and Group, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Love Overboard.
This is getting good. Yeah, man. Tavis Smiley continues when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada, member FDIC.
Break out the champagne. Everybody get a glass.
Tavis Smiley is now ranked number 16 nationally and the highest rated talk show hosted by an African American on the 2025 Talkers Heavy 100 list of the most important talk radio hosts in the nation. Last year, Tavis ranked number 33 and the year before, number 45. The Tavis Smiley Show has rapidly expanded its national syndication to now include nearly 50 radio stations across the country and counting. Congratulations, Tavis.
Yay, yay! The following is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways with the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, please visit fvgradio.com. If you want a 100% complimentary stay at a luxury resort in Cancun, airfare not included, then Family Vacation Getaways is your ticket to paradise. See website for complete details. We're giving away 5 days and 4 nights to the first 50 callers who can name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. An animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. Do you know it? Call now, 800-868-6431, 800-868-6431. You're also eligible for an exciting bonus vacation to Orlando, Florida for just $498. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your travel up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation to Orlando for just $498. What are you waiting for? Call 800-868-6431, 800-868-6431, and give us your answer. The proceeding is not a contest and is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways and not sponsored by this program or its affiliates.
Freedom is an endless meeting, so let's get back to it with Tavis Smiley.
I'm Tavis Smiley. We've got like 2 minutes left. As I said at the top of the hour, you can't do justice to their body of work in an hour. So many hits, so little time. But they do have a new single out. I didn't get to the deal. I didn't get to Natalie. I ain't got time. Y'all niggas got to come back again. We'll do this again. But give me some of that, the new single, Miles, Six Pack. So I'm laughing, Reggie, because Miles, my board op, says we definitely want to play Six Pack because I got one of those. Everybody can't say that like Miles Lowe can. But I got 30 seconds left. Reggie, say a word about this new single, man.
Man, you guys all heard I Want to Be Rich. You lived off of that. We came back this time as we began to mature and grow. It's all about health and wellness. Six Pack is not just about your six pack in your stomach, but it's about your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your social, your financial, your emotional health and well-being. So we take it as like this is a legacy song for us, and we appreciate all you guys and Tavis for having us here. Shout out to Sound Royalties for your financial side, for all the artists out there who need to get a small advance before they are large, before they move on to help promote their own project. This is independent, so we want you to know we're doing this, and we're so glad that Tavis would have us right here at KBLA.
It is my pleasure to have both of you here in LA and heard, of course, around the country, courtesy of the syndication of this program, for which I am grateful. It's the Callaway brothers again. Now you have an even deeper appreciation for their catalog. Don't sleep on the Callaway brothers, Reggie or Vincent. My honor to have you both here. Love you both, man. Tomorrow is tomorrow. No, that's okay. Tomorrow's Friday, the best of Tavis Smiley. But we'll reprise 3 conversations you may have missed this week. But again, tomorrow on all these stations, the best of Tavis Smiley. Until then, thanks for tuning in. And as always, keep the faith.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Alexandria Ikamoni with BIN News Now. National Guard troops are now on round-the-clock patrols of the nation's capital. President Trump said Washington, D.C. will be cleaned up.
We're going to make